G'day gang, GameolioDan here, how you going? We're back in Elder Scrolls Online, Greymoor. Lyris Titanborn.
You handled that better than I expected. Now what in Mara's name happened to Brundold?
He was fleeing pursuit and gave me a bundle of papers before he died.
Damn. Lucky thing he found you. Brundold was supposed to get the lay of the land before I got here. Without his information, my work for Euron the Skald King could be over before it begins. What did he give you? Hand it over.
Here's everything I found.
Smugglers and reachmen up to illicit business. Nothing unusual there, but Brundold thought it could be connected to the Coven. I'm short a good investigator, and you stepped into the role easily enough. Can I count on you to help me with this?
What do you need me to do?
Brundold mentioned some locals we should have a talk with. A snitch named Grega, who likes to gamble in back alleys, and an orc named Mog, who frequents the Lonely Troll Inn. Let's find them and see what they can tell us.
How do we know the smugglers and reachmen are even connected?
We don't, but it's all we've got. Even if they aren't connected to the Ice Reach Coven, taking care of a few of Svargrim's problems might earn us some goodwill. Now, let's go check out the back alleys and the Lonely Troll Inn.
Let's do it. Let's go, Titan. We're going? Oh, we're going. I like it. You know how occasionally you'll get those quests and they'll be like, yeah, let's do that thing. But they don't do that thing.
I'm not the first Nord from the east to receive a chilly reception at the Blue Palace. Doubt I'll be the last.
Okay, so we got to go to this. Down the back alleys. Get my new shield equipped.
The Bard's College. Hard to imagine the Skald King spent his youth studying verse in this stodgy old kingdom.
Oh, this looks like it, Lyris.
Hey.
Hey, don't step on the dice. There a reason you're interrupting our game, Horkface?
Brundold said you might know something about the smuggled goods from Sentinel.
Don't know any Brundold. Don't know you. Either way, I got nothing to tell you. Get lost. I'm on a winning streak.
If you won't talk to me, you can talk to my large friend with the axe.
My friend asked nicely. Talk, or the next thing to roll will be your heads.
Kassala! She handles all the smuggling in Solitude. Her warehouse is on the docks.
That wasn't so hard. Come on, partner. We're done here.
Down to the docks. Oh. Just gotta get out all the way back to where we were before. Wonder if Lyris has got anything else to say about this place.
Castle Dower is a monument to the Western spirit. Stony and cheerless. Maybe the new tower will liven up the place.
So I was looking at the map here, and I thought I saw... Oh, maybe I didn't. Thought I saw something over there. Something curious, but... maybe not. Maybe I'm confusing it with Skyrim. Okay, to the Lonely Troll.
You must be Mog. I have questions.
Questions? Happy to oblige. Buy a few rounds and let's chat.
You're going to answer me, Orc, or...
Hey! Nobody intimidates my friends.
Princess Svanna.
Who gave you the right to walk in here and bully my friend? Did my father send you?
Why would your father send someone to bully Mog?
Because he doesn't like Mog. But I like Mog. Mog doesn't care that I'm a princess, and it doesn't matter to me that Mog's a scoundrel. If my father didn't send you, why are you threatening my friend?
We wanted to ask if you saw the people putting up the job postings.
Smelly bastards. Cheap, too. Wouldn't buy us a drink. They hung their flyers and left without saying a word. Then a different smelly bastard showed up to sign on workers. He was a charmer, though.
You remember anything else about this charmer?
His breeches fit well. And he was handsome. Not a Nord. Breton, maybe. I didn't really listen to what he was saying. A half-dozen workers left with him. Off to the Drudok Mountains or someplace. He hasn't been back since.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let's talk outside, partner.
Can we stay for another drink? Oh, there's a book over here. Cheeses of Skyrim. Whiterun, Winterhold, and Eastmarch. Oh, the best book. Oh, Ghost Flesh. You got Mammoth Cheese. Oh, give me some of the good stuff.
So we've got a mysterious Breton possibly working with Reachmen, recruiting workers for some unknown purpose. Plus, there's a smuggler hiding unknown contraband in a warehouse down by the docks. I say we deal with the smuggler first.
Why the smuggler?
We know where to find her, and we more or less know what she's up to. And if the two are connected, maybe the smuggler can help us narrow our search for the Breton. Ready to visit Casala's warehouse?
I'm ready to go to the smuggler's warehouse. You got a horse here, Lyris? Nope, she's just gonna run. Okay. Really? Okay. Alright. Needs to stretch her legs, I guess. Solitude. Alright, so. Down to the docks again.
That's Casala's warehouse. Only one sentry.
Kyne's
Let's
Aegis
try not to
needs
cause a
your help.
scene.
Sea giants and vampires are everywhere.
Private property. Get lost. Wait. A half-giant? Is that Lyris Titanborn?
You know Lyris?
Blood and Blade. Everyone knows Lyris Titanborn. What a woman. She's even larger than I imagined. No wonder she fought Swordmaster Sai Sahan to a draw. Wait, is he here too?
No, just us. We need to see Casala.
Until Casala returns, I'd be happy to keep fair Lyris company in her stead.
Perhaps we could wait inside?
Alas, Casala doesn't allow visitors when she isn't here to conduct business. But we can wait out here. Do you think Lyris would autograph my ancestral scabbard? It would mean so much to my son. When I have one. Do you know if Lyris is betrothed?
Well, I'm not sure, but if you get your scabbard, she'd be happy to autograph it.
Oh, thank you, thank you! You don't know how much this means to me.
Wouldn't
I
you,
don't know what you
Lyris?
said to him, but this is our chance. Try the lock. Good job with the sentry. You got rid of him and I didn't have to bash him or anything. See if you can pick the lock while I keep watch.
Alright. While you keep watch, eh? It's a lot of pressure right there. If I mess this up, I'm gonna cop a shield to the head.
See what's in those marked crates. I'll watch the door.
An ancient urn. The markings on this urn match the shards found in the crate on the docks. Ash and bones. A fine dust or ash fills this clay pot. Small bits of bone can be seen within the ash. Rawhide, rough-hewn wood, stone and bones, all carved with ritualistic symbols common to the Reach. Reach ritual fetishes.
Whoever was poking through our shipments would return. Brought muscle this time, I see.
More than you. Care to try me?
I'll pass. I just want to know who's been meddling in my business. I had a feeling it wasn't just an opportunistic thief trying to steal my cargo. What are you after?
Proof of a plot against the High King. Care to explain what's in these crates?
A plot against the High King? Involving plundered antiquities from Hammerfell? Preposterous. I'm simply facilitating a transaction between treasure hunters and a rich collector. So, who am I paying the bribe to? You or the High King?
What about these reach fetishes?
Gimme that! Tribal craft's my arse. I told that son of a skeever I don't deal in arcane goods, especially ones from the Reach. Nothing but sorrow comes from such business. This isn't cursed, is it?
Who hired you to smuggle this?
No name, just instructions and gold. Shipments come in, I make sure no one looks too closely and wait for a pickup. Never see the same face twice. Last time it was a smooth-talking Breton with Nord laborers in tow. You want more? I need assurances.
I'm sure we can work something out.
They're taking the cargo to an abandoned lodge in the foothills north of Solitude. Occasionally used it myself when the city guard was being thorough. Want to catch them? Start there. If that's all, we're leaving. I'm not losing my head over this.
Can you tell me anything else about the Breton and their laborers?
The Breton was sly. Handsome even. Thought he could charm me into taking on additional shipments. Now that I know what's involved, the trouble isn't worth it. The Nords were local, hired hands from the Lonely Troll.
You never check your cargo?
I'm paid not to ask too many questions. This arrangement was a lucrative one. I trusted them, but it seems they took advantage of my natural greed. That won't happen again.
Brondald had good instincts. We're definitely onto something. Our mystery buyer is hiring locals to haul these urns and reach fetishes out of the city. But for what purpose?
Some sort of ritual, maybe?
Without a doubt. The Coven's attack on Yoren involved a ritual. Why hire locals, though? Seems like an unnecessary risk. And how does the Breton figure in? I suppose using different people draws less attention. Something doesn't feel right.
Should we check out the abandoned lodge?
No reason not to. Head there while I circle around from the other direction in case they're already on the move. Just be careful. I'd rather not lose another partner before we actually figure out what we're up against.
I'll see you at the lodge.
Give your sentry my best, and tell him I owe him an autograph.
Oh, he's gonna get more than an autograph if I see him again.
He was doing it for his son. Come on. Don't be so tough on the guy. What do we got here? You got jewelry boxes. Bookshelves of things. The Pale Man. Now we go. Okay, well. We've got to go north of Solitude. Or northwest. Find that abandoned lodge. Seeing a lot of quests around. And I think I'm gonna follow this first part of the main quest through, and then I'm gonna start gathering some of these quests. Probably tackle just one at a time. Alright, whoa, hey, whoa. Got a road over here. That beam of light. Get to venture around into the landscape a little bit. Is that a dragon? No, it's a bird. It's a bird. It's a bird. Fennec fox. Hey! Why did I dismount? That was weird. Huh, I don't know why that happened. Just didn't. The mounting and dismounting button is quite far away from where my fingers are at the moment, so. Into the snow. See the mountains in the distance there? Oh, What? Oh no!
A swagger. I have more than I need, so I'll just feast on you here.
Take that! Oh, he got the red eyes? Caught me unawares there. Letter to Pentarch. Pentarch Zeros. Preparations are complete, my Breton brother. We are ready to begin the ritual. Send the latest shipment to Kilcreath Temple. Sister Ambrit will put everything to good use. You have done well. Await my command. R. Everything's empty. Got a law book. Gotta check them shelves, folks. Oh, there's a bit of stew over here. What? That's enough out of you. Alright, go find Lyris. Oh, I see a delve over there. Oh no. Alright, we'll see her first.
Over here, partner. All I found were these Reachmen stalking the pass. Decided they'd rather die than talk, so I obliged. They don't look like they're from Icereach, but they are wearing the Coven's medallions. Anyway, did you find the lodge?
The lodge was empty, but I found a letter for the Breton. Orders to send the shipment to Kilcreath.
Kilcreath? The temple to Meridia? Why would the Icereach Coven target a local Daedra cult?
The letter said they were ready to start the ritual as soon as they received the shipment.
Damn, we're running out of time. I'll head back to Solitude and try again to warn High King Svargrim. You go to Kilcreath Temple and alert Meridia's priests. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Warn the priests? Shouldn't I attempt to stop the ritual?
You'll be going up against the Coven by yourself. Warn the priests. If there's an opportunity to safely stop or delay the ritual, by all means, but don't take any unnecessary chances. I still don't want to lose another partner. Good luck.
I'll see you at Kilcreath Temple after you warn the High King. Okay, follow the road. It's just over here. Got a way shrine nearby.
Stop! A disaster has befallen Kilcreath Temple. It's good to see you again, but what are you doing here? Have you followed the Draugr-kin's plunder to this hold too?
I was sent to warn the temple priests and find evidence of the Icereach Coven for the Queen.
I'm sorry, but you're too late. The Coven unleashed their Harrow Storm, and now vampires and Harrow fiends are everywhere. Still, meeting you again is fortuitous. We worked well together, and I could use your help tracking down the Draugr-kin plunder.
What's that about Dragon plunder?
The Draugr-kin were smuggling remains out of Bankarai and sending them here by way of Sentinel. The cargo arrived in Solitude, but it wasn't clear who the shipments were for until I followed them here. They were destined for the Icereach Coven.
I was tracking the shipments too. That's what led me to warn the priests.
The temple. There may be survivors who could use your help. Meanwhile, if we can learn more about the ritual, we may be able to determine a way to stop them. At the very least, we need to figure out where they plan to strike next.
What do you need me to do?
I could use your help to examine the strange pikes erected around the temple. Harrow fiends and vampires roam the area, making it difficult to get close. Hence the need for your assistance. You see, I'm not that confident in my combat prowess.
What exactly happened at Kilcreath Temple?
The Icereach Coven performed a ritual that unleashed a harrow storm on the temple. It struck without warning and evaporated as quickly as it began. But in its wake, it left behind harrow fiends. Innocent priests and pilgrims transformed into monsters.
Remind me again, what's a harrow storm?
That's what I heard the Icereach Coven call the storm that struck Kilcreath Temple. It's magical in nature. The result of some sort of ritual performed by the witches. I'm still investigating, but I think the harrow fiends are a byproduct of the storm.
Right. Thenorian. Let's go and check out these pikes. We got several of them around here.
Look! A priest of Meridia! Maybe they can tell us more about what happened at the temple.
Let me get rid of these things. Got a harrow fiend right here. Okay, let's go find that priest.
Please,
Priest.
can anybody help us?
Yes, yes, Priest Isonir.
Oh, thank Meridia. The priests and pilgrims of Kilcreath Temple. We need assistance. A great and terrible storm struck, and so many of us were lost.
What's Kilcreath Temple?
A temple dedicated to Meridia, the Lady of Light. Pilgrims come from across Skyrim to pray and seek blessings, especially at this time of the year. Please, talk to Priest Bavian. You'll find her in the nearby cave, tending to the injured.
Who's Priest Bavian?
She's the ranking priest, after High Priest Varkor. But we haven't seen the High Priest since the storm hit. Bavian led a group of us to safety. There are more priests and pilgrims out there. If you're willing to help, please talk to Bavian.
I'll talk to Priest Bavian.
The living take precedence. We should search for survivors while investigating the pikes.
Another pilgrim seeking shelter from a storm? No, you don't appear to be a pilgrim. What brings you here?
You have a very familiar voice there. Very. I met a priest outside. He said you needed assistance.
Even in our darkest hour, Meridia provides a light. We were on our way to see High Priest Varkor when the storm hit. I've never seen such power. It raged like a thing alive. I gathered who I could, but the others are still out there.
Where do you want me to look?
Start at the stables to the northwest. I saw Acolyte Yod, Priest Irena, and Roligmorth the Pilgrim seek shelter there. If you find them, send them back here. After that, meet me at the Pilgrim's Lodge to the west of the temple.
I'll look for the people you mentioned at the stables, Dark Lady.
Look for Yod, Direna, and Roligmorth at the stables. Then meet me at the Pilgrim's Lodge. I will head there after I finish caring for these injured souls. Meridia's light shine upon you, good friend.
Tell me about Kilcreath Temple.
Kilcreath Temple provides a safe haven for the priests and pilgrims of Meridia. At least it did, before this terrible storm struck. The Lady of Light has always protected us. Why today should be different, I don't understand.
Are you in charge of the temple?
No, that honor goes to our High Priest Varkor. I am but her humble assistant. She is my mentor and my friend. After you find the others, I'll meet you at the Pilgrim's Lodge, and we can search for the High Priest together.
Tell me about the storm you experienced.
We were on our way to the temple for prayers when an oily black ichor roiled in the sky. The wind picked up and red streaks of lightning struck all around us. We barely made it to the safety of this cave. The storm abated. Then the sounds started.
What sounds?
Groans, shrieks, blood-curdling screams. It sounded like wild and feral beasts followed in the wake of the storm. I sent Priest Isofnir outside to keep watch, but I told him not to take any unnecessary risks. We're priests, not soldiers, after all.
All right. Good to hear. Good to hear that voice. Okay, search for the survivors. Let me just have a look around the back here. Little bits and pieces that you might be able to pick up. Always got to have a little check. Oh, the Harrow Fiend here. Whip him! Oh, here we go. Got a pike, depleted witch pike. Alchemical residue. The pungent remnants of an alchemical mixture found on a depleted witch pike.
An alchemical residue. That should prove useful.
Oh! Vampire right in front of us! One feasting over here. Go to the stables. Stables right there. Oh, this guy's regenerating. A death hound.
What happened to this poor woman? She looks distraught.
Oh, I don't like what I'm seeing here. Meridian medallion, a symbol of dedication to Meridia, often carried by her followers. The priest's eyes stare blankly, and she doesn't respond to your greeting. Is she gonna attack? No? Okay.
Why has Meridia forsaken me?
Keep calm.
High Priest Vakor will find me. Meridia will save me. When things are darkest, her light shines the way. Please don't eat me.
Priest Bavian sent me. I'm here to help.
Priest Bavian? Where's High Priest Vakor? Did those horrible creatures get her? We hid in the stables, but then Priest Darena changed. That's when I ran in here.
Go meet Priest Bavian and the others in the cave to the southeast. I'll check on Priest Darena. Right after I read some books. Alright, books read. Let's go. Oh, wait. More books to read. Gotta be thorough. Gotta get that knowledge, you see. Okay, now we're good. That guy knows what I'm talking about. No, that's further down. I'm gonna go check on some more pikes.
completed. Just ordinary sticks and rope now. Interesting.
Heading out of the snow. Harrow Fiend! Feel the flame!
Please, wake up!
No visible damage despite its proximity to the eye of the storm.
Acolyte Ivina can't hear me. She's standing right here, but she's gone.
That acolyte. She's just like Priest Diurana at the stables.
Is this what would have happened to all of us if I hadn't gotten the others into the cave? I tried to heal Ivina, but Meridia's light had no effect. But what was that about Priest Diurana and the stables?
I found the people you sent me for. Yolt is safe. Arolymolf is dead, and the other...
is like poor Ivina. We must find High Priest Varkor. If anyone is powerful enough to cure this unnatural ailment, it will be her. Meridia willing. We'll find the High Priest and everyone else safe in the temple.
Let's head to the temple. Still have another pike to check though. You hear all the Harrow Fiend sounds all around us.
We need to find High Priest Varkor. Let's head to the temple.
Hang on, I've got one more pike over here. That's right, folks, get in on that action. Don't just stand there. Or just stand there. Get your bow out. I'm sure you got one somewhere.
Can you feel the lingering energy? That's Daedric, if I'm not mistaken.
Daedric?
These depleted witch pikes expended a lot of power to summon the Harrow Storm. Now they're just ordinary sticks, but even in this state, they tell us much about the ritual that flowed through them.
Remind me, what did we learn by examining the depleted witch pikes?
I'm sure now that the pikes play a significant role as focal points for the storm ritual. The prepared pikes are depleted as the ritual runs its course, but I sensed lingering energy, including a Daedric taint. And we found an intriguing residue.
What's the significance of the residue?
It's the remains of an alchemical poultice that was spread over the pikes. Smells like rotting fungus, doesn't it? With a little study, I should be able to identify each ingredient in its makeup. Then I can begin to understand the ritual.
Should we take a closer look at the temple now?
One other thing I want to check first. I noticed the pilgrims leading a cart away from the temple right before the storm hit. Coven members could have tried to slip away among the innocents. The cart should be along the road south of the temple.
Let's go check on the pilgrims. It's not too far away, but we also need to go back to the temple. You guys are splitting me up. Oh, great bear! Not affected by the Harrow Storm, just simply a great bear. Doesn't appreciate me stepping on his tail. Whatever you want to get in on this, Barry, just feel free to hop in, mate. Aha, there's the cart. Oh. Pilgrim?
Strange. They're alive but unresponsive. Check the crates and see if they contain the smuggled items.
You seem to know a lot about a great many things, vampire.
Dust and ashes. The only evidence that the smuggled funerary runes were in this hidden compartment is the dusting of ash inside.
Did you find anything of interest in the crate?
The crate was empty, except for some dust and ash.
I can't believe anyone knowingly involved would have let themselves be exposed to the storm. Perhaps the pilgrims were tricked into transporting the crate. Or maybe it was slipped into their cart.
Should we check on the temple now?
Yes, of course. Though I fear what we may find there. The temple was clearly at the center of the storm. Regardless, there's still a lot we don't know about the effects of this ritual. Observing the target area could offer new insights.
Well, let's head to the temple now. Alright, let's go, folks. Although we probably got to go from the other direction, it looks like. Oh, here we go. There's always a way up. There's always a way to Skyrim up to somewhere. Just to a place that you need to go to. Ain't going that way.
By Meridia's light, so many dead. How could Meridia let this happen to her faithful? Did the storm kill all these people? Or was it the vampires we've seen roaming around? I just hope High Priest Varkor is safe inside.
Who are these people?
Priests and pilgrims of Meridia. They must have sought shelter in the temple before this terrible fate befell them. If only they had been able to make it inside.
Do you think the temple interior wasn't affected by the storm?
Truthfully, I cannot say. We found safety in the cave, but the storm struck the temple head-on. I am more and more certain that the unnatural event was magical in nature, so anything is possible. But Meridia would protect this place, wouldn't she?
I hope so. Fenorian?
I hate to leave these people like this, but taking them with us isn't an option. At least they're far enough away that they haven't drawn the notice of the vampires and Hierophants. These are temple priests and pilgrims. It seems the storm killed them.
These were good people, devout followers. How could Meridia let this happen?
I'll need to perform more tests. But from what we've seen, I believe the storm affects mortals in 3 distinct ways. It kills them, transforms them into Hierophants, or leaves them mindless. I suppose I'd say it harrowed those poor pilgrims.
So what do we do next?
Head to the temple and help Bavian. See what else you can learn inside. I'd accompany you, but Meridia doesn't approve of my kind, and I'd rather not get on her bad side. In the meantime, I'll finish up out here.
What else do you need to do out here?
I'll take samples from the Hierophants and try to determine how the storm killed these people. Later, we can retrieve my alchemical equipment from where I hid it so I can analyze the residue. I didn't want to carry fragile instruments into danger.
Alright, I'll help Bavian and return for you soon. Alright. Into the temple. The ancient Nord temple, dedicated to the Daedric prince Meridia, sits on the side of Kilcreath Mountain. To this very day, Meridia's faithful pilgrims continue to flock to the temple to pray and seek guidance.
Monster! visitors in this holy place. We need to find the temple priests.